Hello everyone, I'm Tom Finley, and in this video I'm going to show you how to upload contacts into TomCRM from a CSV file. Okay, this is my dummy data in a CSV file. So we've got first name, last name, email, company, occupation, job title, date connected on LinkedIn, date of birth, source of lead. We've got D&D, which is do not disturb. That is an option within contacts in TomCRM. So it allows for you to purposely turn off if a contact gets a email marketing campaign, or it's the same thing if when you send out emails you have that unsubscribe at the bottom of your emails, which does you can put onto email marketing campaigns quite easily. It's just a quick drag and drop on when you're creating your email marketing campaign, and if the contact that you're sending that email to clicks do not unsubscribe, um, then that changes automatically on into a no on D&D do not disturb. Then we've got website, contact source, house number and road name, city, county and postcode. So this is, as I say, just dummy data. So this could have been downloaded from, if you had HubSpot previously, or you downloaded your contacts from Wallaxy or your LinkedIn. And I've got two different separate videos on those on how to download from Wallaxy and LinkedIn. But they're just examples of where you might get your contact data from. And now I'm going to go through uploading this data into TomCRM. So in TomCRM, I've gone into contacts, and this is where we're going to upload our CSV file into here. But before we upload the CSV file, we want to make sure we've got the right data fields to match the columns that are in the CSV file. So the way we do this is we can go to settings, the cog. As you see in here, we've got all the different fields or columns for the data to be uploaded into. So first name, last name, uh, source of lead, those sorts of things. But what we do want to add in here is we're going to add as a single line, and we're going to add in the and just call it DOB, date of birth. I want it in contact as well. So contact here, there's three different three different areas, but this is when you click on the individual contact within the CRM database. There's like almost three different sections down the left hand side of the person's contacts, of contact information, um, and contact information is up at the top, and that's first name, last name, that sort of thing. And so I'm putting it in contact because I want it up near the top. And it's the object of it is a contact of someone we already know. If it wasn't, it would be, of course, an opportunity. We can also we could leave this blank, but you can add it in there as well. Date of birth. So add that in there, and we also want date connected on LinkedIn. Add field, single line. You can add in as a date picker, and then it would say if it was today's date, it would put it in like that. However, I'm wary of putting it in like that because there's problems with dates being a month before day, day before month, all those different things, and the system can get confused with that unless you put it in manually. So for this purposes, I'm putting it in as a text input. So here we want date connected on LinkedIn. Group, I want it in contact again. Date connected on LinkedIn again. Save that. That field's been added successfully. We go back to our database, and what we're going to do now is import contacts. So this is where you can click here and find the file on your database to upload it, or just drag it in. I'm just going to drag it in. There you go, I've dragged it in. We click next. All the columns or the data fields that are already in the TomCRM contact list are on the left hand side, and on the right hand side is the column titles in the CSV file, and it automatically matches it up, and it also gives you a preview of the first two rows on that CSV file. So John Smith and his email johnsmith@example.com, so it just gives you the first examples. So just go through and check it's all in, going into the data fields that we want. Email is fine. Company goes into company name. Date connected on LinkedIn. So we've got that as text, not a date. So if it was a date in a field that you've created, it would say date afterwards. Date of birth. You've got birthday. That's a standard field again, but we did create a DOB. So I want it in DOB. I've gone through all that and I'm happy that everything matches up. We then click next. So then on the final screen, we can give the import a name. This can be useful if you tick in here, create a list of contacts from the import. So it's useful if you're, say, sending out a marketing campaign or doing something specific with this contact list. You can create that as a separate smart list, and then you've got all those contacts in one list, and you can send an email marketing campaign just to that list, for example. If we go to an advanced, you've got different options here. So if you're adding it, add new contact records based on, it could be the email. If you had a second preference like that phone number, maybe if some contacts didn't have emails but had phone numbers and vice versa, you could have your basic primarily on emails, but then if they don't have an email, base it on a second preference of a phone number, for example. But in this case, we're adding new contacts. It doesn't matter if you select add new contacts or add new contacts and update existing contact records. Key thing here to note is this tick box. If you were trying to add in, that you had some of your contacts, some of your fields within your contacts had empty fields, and you were updating those contacts to include information for those empty fields. You don't want that. You don't want that box ticked. So when you're happy with all that, you click here. I confirm the contacts have consented to hear from us, i.e. GDPR, etc. You're happy with all that, click submit. And that'll take less than depending on your file size and number of contacts, can vary between less than a minute to like probably 5 minutes. It doesn't take very long at all. In this case, because there's only 10 contacts on my dummy list, it shouldn't take very long at all. So after a few seconds, you can click here to see the progress. That's already done. It's already complete. So we go over to our main contacts, and you can see they've all been pulled in. So this view within contacts is also this lists all your contacts you've got within your CRM, and it only gives basic information: name, phone, email, date created, last activity, and tags. If we actually want to display some more of that information, we go into this drop down here, columns, and that's some of that data that we added in the dummy. From the dummy data, we can add this in here. So let's start adding some of that. So city, company, I'm going to go for county, date connected on LinkedIn, DOB, job title, occupation, postal code, source of lead, street address, website, and a lot of the rest of them are just generic stuff that's within sort of standard data fields within the CRM system. Some stuff were not relevant right for us on this, so last activity, and right now tags are very useful, but just for this purpose, going to take tags out. That should give us all the data that we've added in from that dummy data. And now it's a good idea because it'll, if once we navigate away from this page, all these columns won't be saved. So we need to save this as a smart list. And the way to do this is to put a filter on. So filter, the easiest method is just to select first name, because everyone's going to have at least one name. And we select is not empty. Apply that, and it won't change anything, and save that as a smart list. Give it a name. We'll just call it dummy data for now. Save that, and you can see it's create a tab up the top, and that's our dummy data, or all our data pulled into the database. I hope you found that useful. As always, if you get stuck, please reach out and we're more than happy to help. Thanks for now. Bye bye.